Well, darn, I wonder why they're censoring my page. Well, if you don't know the story of how the outpouring spirit works and all that, you might want to look at some of my other videos. I've already explained that a million fucking times, and I'm just not doing it right now. I'll explain what I have to as I'm talking about it. But, yeah. In this video right here, I'm basically talking about the outpouring spirit, which is basically the power of God flowing through Jesus, who is the opening in heaven, what you call the Son. I have to at least tell you this much, because it's just not going to make any sense. But there's a lot more to it. It goes into Genesis, it goes into the book of John. You know, it's kind of complicated. I might elaborate on it more later. But I've already done that so many times, it's kind of long-winded. And BitChute doesn't let my videos process very easily, so I mean I have to upload like 4 times before it'll fucking process, so I'm not trying to make this long. But yeah, basically Jesus is the light of heaven, the sun is the opening of the heaven, so that light you see right there is the light of heaven. That's Jesus Christ. And that light shines down, gets absorbed by the earth, causes volcanic activity, and then that causes earthquakes. The wicked people, they get affected by it, they lose their mind because they can't handle it. Just like it says the Son of Righteousness is going to burn them down and turn them into ashes. Philip just died Prince Philip just died after I did that the other day, seriously. And, yeah, they also like to try and do all this negative stuff to get people back on the negative side of the tree of good and evil, which is also basically your nervous system. That's why the reptile's so involved in that. And they're trying to get you into a reptilian brain set and shut off your higher ability to think, which is based on harmony and all that kind of stuff working together. And basically that's why everything's made out of, was made by Jesus, because everything's made out of hydrogen. For example, how it fuses to hydrogen and makes helium. That's the second periodic element on the periodic table. And then they found later that every single nucleus of every element is made out of hydrogen. It's just all hydrogen. Everything's one. But it's also one in your head. Because, for example, when people do DMT and they see that fractal image in front of them, that's the TV screen. When you think you're turning, it's just an illusion. It's like you're a TV screen basically. Everything you see is on a TV screen. It pretends to turn. It's like it's not really turning. It only seems to be something different. It's all the same thing. That's why it's bad to be in the company of bad people, because, you know, they're shaping who you are in a degree, you know? That's why you want to be in the presence of God. And also, it says that if you know, if you see, you have to see Jesus and believe and also repent. Well, now you see Jesus, right? You know how to see him, right? It's not very complicated. Now you will actually probably believe because I've given you evidence. You know, there's no way to truly believe in something unless you have evidence. Like, spiritual things are just invisible things like Wi-Fi. You believe in Wi-Fi because there's evidence of it. People that don't give you evidence are the same as those bullshitters that say they'll show you their works by their faith. Those are the same people that when they'll say, get well, instead of being like James, who was one of the real books as well, and said, yeah, I know these people that call them apostles but are not, aka Paul and some of these other ones, and who just was a Roman trying to control the whole situation, who contradicts Jesus left and right. But yeah, that's enough of that. Let me just continue on. I'm not gonna get caught up in that. But basically, you know, when I do the outpouring spirit, the sun, the light of heaven gets more active. For example, when John, the book of John, talks about baptized, well, I don't think it's John the Baptist, but when John the Baptist baptized Jesus, it only talks about this in this book, just like it only talks about the Holy Spirit and all the important stuff in the book of John. It says that the dove, the Holy Spirit of God, would come and land on him and stay on him. That's how you know it's him. It happens because when the outpouring spirit happens, it's projected from God the Father to Jesus the Son, and he has all that power. And like, for example, I have to talk about this now. In the beginning of Genesis and the book of John, what a surprise, John, it says in the beginning in Genesis in the beginning created God. That's why Jesus said he's inside of the Father and the Father's inside of him. Jesus is inside of the Father from the beginning as a command. That's why it says in John, in the beginning was the Word, which means command, and the Word, aka command, was to become God. And when it says was, it means I am existent, aka A-S-H-A. I am that I am who I am what I am. See? All makes sense. That's how someone is supposed to speak to you when they're trying to teach you about God. They're not supposed to just have you blindly believe without any real evidence. You look up faith, it means evidence of things unseen. Just like you believe in Wi-Fi, whatever, like invisible things. But, like for example, you're looking at this. Why is it gold right here? There's something gold there. Even though you don't see it, there's evidence of it. If you're smart, you'll believe there's something gold there. Guess what color Mount Zion is? Gold. I've showed in other videos that Mount Zion's always right next to the sun. They're always trying to hide it and shit. I'm pretty sure that's what they're up to. If there's blocking the sun besides, it's the light of heaven. They're trying to cut you off from God and fucking self. It's disgusting. But now that you understand, let me finish talking about Jesus, the book of John. So now you understand how God didn't need a creator. In Genesis, like I said, in the beginning, the eternal, non-existent world, but really the Father is like the light that represents Jesus, that shine from that non-existent eternal world. And I don't think he really represents that world, obviously, but he really is the king of that world. If you look at the Hebrew and all that kind of stuff, when it's talking about in the beginning and all that, if you look at an actual Hebrew, it's telling a story and stuff. Basically, that light shine forth the darkness. This world basically couldn't comprehend it, couldn't stop it, and because they're not spiritual minded, they can't understand things that are invisible, like God Chi in Dragon Ball Z, which is all based around basically me. I ain't gonna lie, it's invisible to most people. People that are not spiritually minded, spiritually gifted, God Chi type people, of God, basically, they're not gonna sense it. They don't, and they're not aware of it. So it shined from there, and then he conquered that place. It was the king of it, and then it created its own little realm. It was on the face of the waters. And that's why he didn't need a creator. He came from a non-existent realm, so he didn't need a creator. And then he made the command. That's why it says, in the beginning created God. So inside of the beginning, it created God. It made the command for God. It's like the spiritual command that radiates out. And then it manifests as Jesus Christ. Yeah, I basically told the whole fucking story damn near now. And, that's the only way you're gonna understand. I'm really gonna probably just start referencing people to this video, because I kind of explained it decently and fast, and also it shows a lot of. I'm about to show you some shit like you're gonna like what you're gonna see, brother. And who else is gonna tell you these mysteries of God besides guess who? But so that's why when I do the outpouring of the Spirit, I shake the heavens and the earth, the two witnesses. Don't let anyone get me started on that. That's why the man-child appears when they go up to heaven, because they are the man-child. That's why he takes his power to himself, because right now I'm manifested as the Son of Man. That's why Jesus commanded me to receive the Spirit and to finish the cycle. That's why it says the Father is in a faraway country. How is he going to feel when he comes? I'm not exactly feeling too good about this planet right now. You see what I'm saying? That's why he said when the Son of Man comes, we find any faith. Jesus had plenty of faith in him. Not the kind of faith he wanted, not the level of faith he wanted, and that's why he said that. That's why he said his kingdom isn't even from this world right now. People are too cowardly and backstabbery. It's a living book, man. You guys think it's written in stone, as the Israelites. It's not written in stone. They lost all their stuff, man. Like God said several times, he could make another people out of fucking clay or dust or whatever, or rock or anything, because it's all made out of hydrogen. You just gotta take it and rearrange it a little bit. It's not hard. It's the same. It's all the same shit. That's how they can digitally, synthetically make these demons in the sky that they call chemtrails that are being sprayed out by orbs and having more orbs coming out of the goddamn spray, self-proliferating. Now, look, is the bottomless pit, and that's why they're always around the sun. There's a war going on right over your head, and you don't even understand. It's going on Earth, and it's going on in heaven, man. Or on Earth and on heaven, man. It's crazy. But anyway, so anything else you really need to know? So basically, when I increase the output of the spirit, therefore, the light of heaven increases its activity, the sun, and then that comes down to earth, absorbs into earth, causes volcanic activity, and then that in turn causes earthquakes. That's why all these signs happen. And I believe I already told you this, the crazy people, they start acting up, and then the sun of righteousness, it burns them down like ashes. And I mean, these people are brain dead retards. They're like ashes under your feet already, really. But yeah, like I said, that's why Philip died. They can't handle the energy. That's why they burn eternally in the presence of God, because God is holy, holy, holy. Holy means dedicated, eternal. There's 3 levels, 3 dimensions to his holiness, eternity. The first is infinite growth and infinite growth potential. The second one is constant; it never fades. The third one, it has infinite, all possibilities, any possibility at once. And they're trying to act like God with this digital synthetic biology and their quantum computers and all that kind of stuff, but they're not even close to God's level. It's a huge power difference. I already know. Like, it's a huge fucking power difference. There's no way they're ever gonna make it up because of priority. It's just simple as that. It's like somebody in the game is thinking they're gonna be more powerful than the game master. See what I'm saying? They're working with the digits in the game. Like, I'm working with the hardware and the software itself. Like, I can change whatever I want. Like, not necessarily me. I'm adding power to it, but Jesus is really the one that does it. That's why he's called God. He's the creator, and he created me. And that's how I didn't need a creator. Nobody needed. I technically created myself. This is funny because that's an African teaching of how this one guy, he was actually a lion like me. I'm a Leo, born on the 7th, perfect luck, like, and y'all call that miracles and stuff like that. And that's why I got a weak spot for these guys right here. They're so cute to me. And they got similar eyes to me, like really small pupils, because they're full of light. And at the same time, what was it? They had 3rd and 4th eyelids like I do. Don't worry, I'm about to show you some stuff. I'm just trying to give you a little understanding of how it works. Alright, so let me show you. So basically in this I was showing you, the outpouring of spirit, how it happens. There's some things that occurred because I recently increased it drastically at the beginning of April. April's always, like, I had one birthday. This is why they say being born again. I was born again in April. That's why you get all these blood moon tetras in April. Like, it's written in John. That's when you get born again. I'll tell you when you get born again, straight up. The book of John, not the other ones, that tells you this. That if you love the Father and Jesus, they'll come and make their home with you. That's what happened. And I just so happened to be like the elected one. That's why they call me elected one. I was a regular guy until God did this, but I was always different. I was always really different. I was always like targeted too. But literally, bro, I was born in 1985. I was conceptualized in 1984. Have you heard of George Orwell's 1984? Terminator, all that shit came out when I was born. Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, all these mics, like God. Michael, you see? Then, like, when I got out of high school, they went into Iraq to try and fuck me over. And then literally, like, I started doing YouTube because just like One Punch Man, I couldn't get work because they weren't trying to let me get work because of who I was. And they were playing all kinds of games with me, man. And then literally when I decided to go back to work because they censored me on YouTube, and I knew it wasn't gonna ever work. And I wasn't monetizing it anyway. I just figured I could maybe get donations. I'm a simple person. I don't need a lot of money. I figured I should have had millions of followers by now. It's amazing the stuff I'm about to show you that I've already... Like, this is just from this page. I had way better stuff on my old page. Like, I had Mike Tyson follow on my old page. They got rid of Google Plus just to get rid of all that stuff after they got rid of my first page, because a lot of it was still on Google Plus because of the editor. When you use the editor, a lot of that footage would save basically on my Google Plus. So I was really just about to use it to get all that stuff and make new stuff, and then I found out they're getting rid of Google Plus. And they literally came for me first, then they went for Alex Jones, then they went for everybody else. They came for me first, so it was weird. And I was really disappointed because I had millions of views, like 5,000 subscribers. It was really 4,000 something, like the 4 spirits of God. It's a fusion thing, and they even had me in a Dragon Ball Z thing as this Black Goku, the sharp sickle, man, the sharp fucking sickle, man. It was a dead giveaway, and then a purple, my favorite fucking color. Like, I literally had made, like, you wouldn't even believe it, man. There's so much shit I had to tell you, but that's enough. You understand where I'm coming from. So in this video, I was talking about how the outpouring spirit happened and all these things that happened. If you would imagine that I was showing the shadow clone jutsu, how the sun was just radiating all its power, and it was amazing. And they were going to war, and it was crazy. And then I showed Nibiru. You might want to check that out if you want to see Nibiru. But I'm about to show you some crazy shit, like some stuff from my old page. Just one thing from my old page is not even as good as the real footage I had. But also, let me show you some of the things that have happened just since then, man. Like, people think the sun's at a solar minimum. They're just lying, man. They lie to y'all about everything. So 12 hours ago, okay, I gotta hurry before this becomes 12 o'clock. Ah, man, I don't know how it ended up there, but anyways, they've been doing all kinds of stuff to try and stop me. I literally had this video done a while ago, man. Like, they did some dumb shit to like mess with the audio. Alright, so watch your pattern, man. Alright, so 8 hours ago, 3 hours after I made that video, now it's all of a sudden this gash, because even when I just make a video, the amount of aura I have is so powerful that it gets contained in the videos. And it's always just flowing out of me, the Jesus stuff. And that's what you're seeing right here. That's why this light is shining at me. I'm gonna show you that in a second. The sun is talking to me because we're always in communication. We're one, we're unified. That's why he says, become one with my light, and you'll be my children. Jesus Christ is the Lord and Savior. Even me as the Son of Man, his Father, I depend on him. And that's why it says when the two witnesses, when I go to heaven, and Jesus with me, basically, my spirit, we'll be able to take our power back to ourselves, like the Bible says. And that's why the man-child goes up. And that's when there's a real war in heaven, because these motherfuckers can't stand me, man. They hate me with a passion. Because the amount of power I have, this stuff they haven't even seen before. Because these are just creations of... That's why Jesus said, give me the glory we had before the world was. They haven't even seen that power. The power is eternally growing. That's why they burn. Their smoke, their burning goes up and up and up eternally. It goes higher and it gets worse and worse for them. That's why they hate me so damn much. And that's why they just can't stand our light. That's why they hated John the Baptist. This is his light. Jesus said they liked it for a little while, but then they wanted to kill him. They couldn't handle it. And then, it's fast growing coronal hole, and there was a massive ejection as well, about 2 hours after I made the video. I mean, that's just them reporting it though. But I started doing a serious outpouring around April 1st. It just so happened to be like that, and that was right when this Passover alignment was happening. I was talking about in this video right here as well. This one right here, where the Nibiru is like towing the galactic center. And it's like aligned up with Earth during that whole process, and you'll see. You just look at the video, man. Just go look at it. And then Iran missiles hit Israeli ship in Gulf waters. You see, what did God say? He would use Iran to terrorize the people. What do you think I just did? I gave the power to make it happen. That's why you'll always see biblical prophecy occur hell no breaks loose in the Gulf of Mexico. See, they always try to bring that negativity. And I told y'all they were going to start doing shootings. What did they do? Right around when I started that on April 1st, they started doing all these goddamn shootings. They were already doing them before that. It's always the same shit. They always want to get y'all back on that negativity. That's the reason they don't want y'all congregate. Because I've seen the rapture. I've already seen it. The way it works is that you get a lot of people together. They resonate together. That's how synchronicity works. Like, that's why when you got people singing together, it's so powerful. And when people walk together, they end up starting to copy each other's gait. You need to look up synchronicity and shit. And it's important who you're around because you're always absorbing and transmitting information to each other when you're close to each other. Anyway, so they don't want y'all getting in there and being positive and resonating and possibly rapturing. I've seen it already how it worked. So basically the whole world, they were all praising, and I could feel it, I could hear them. And, you know, we just started the ecstasy of it. Was making us so positive, so hydrogen filled, we literally just started floating. I was floating up in the middle of this church. I was just alone in this church. At first I was like outside, but I ended up in this church building, one of the older ones with those glass windows but it's like colored, you know what I mean? It looked really immaculate. I was just alone there for some reason. I just laid back on my back and I was being pulled up. Just felt like I was floating. And if you ever flown in your dreams, you know what I mean. It's based on how you feel. That's why they're always trying to fuck with our feelings, man. If you're a target individual, that's why they target when you're trying to sleep. They don't want you to manifest dreams and stuff like that. That's why they're afraid of Martin Luther King, because he's manifesting his dream. That's what dreams are about, man. That's why they always fear us. And when I was born, Halley's Comet came. They knew that's what it was. Like that's why George Orwell thing was set for that time. And like, it's ridiculous, bro. They just always trying to set me back, bro. I literally, it's so annoying, man. Like, but anyways, like, if you do your research, actually, the Star of Bethlehem was there when Jesus, the only candidate that's logical that could have been the Star of Bethlehem. And it's got a 70-year orbit, as in marking out the average lifespan of a person that God said He would give them. 310 or something like that. I don't remember. Or 210. I don't remember. But it's basically 70 years. I know that much. But off the top of my head, it's one of those things I usually remember, but for some reason I'm not right now. And this is a shit ton of stuff I did, but I'm gonna show you a little bit more about me. I want you to see this. Now that I've done all that goddamn talking, now you get to see this. I'll start with this one. There's a lot more to show you. This is already on my YouTube, but I don't know how the fuck this isn't viral. I'm doing this so I can put this on BitChute. With BitChute, you actually get views. On YouTube, you don't get no views, man. You might actually get some support on there. People like saying, you know, or sharing it or something. But watch this, watch it. Do you see this? Do you see this? You fucking see this. Like, the sun is talking to me. It's sending the light directly at me, right? The car just went in the middle of it. It's like gold up there, it's Mount Zion. There's the moon. It so happened to be out. I have another video of me in a whole nother area. And it's still pointing. And I should probably make another video of this where I just walk around and it just follows me. That would be more interesting. I was just more like in awe that I was actually getting talked to. Because it doesn't do this every day. It does this every once in a while, like where it'll talk to me. And what I'm seeing is I'm seeing visions. Let me show you. Watch this. It's gonna be pointed at my eye. Watch. You see that? See this right here? That's a vision. Like when it's pointing at my eyes, it's just that thing takes any shape it wants. Because remember, it's like hydrants, everything, and it's just a computer screen in front of your face. So it can be anything. Like that's how everything's won. I'm not sure if I said that in this try at making this video, because I made more than one try and they fucked up the audio a couple of times, and I fucked up on saying what I'm supposed to say a couple of times. That's why I'm trying to keep it simple. This is really just about this damn footage, but you're not gonna fucking understand it. And even brighten up this shit a little bit, it's really brighter. Like when you refocus your camera and it's got all this gold back here, they're trying to hide it, man. There's layers to this damn. It's like Photoshop. There's layers, man. They got layers up there, bro. Barium, strontium, and copper burn green, red, and blue. Let me show you some more proof of this. I'll show you the second sun. Nobody else got this footage, except for maybe the guy that actually got this one. The sun's going down because I had better footage, my own footage, from other cameras from down the south, like actually way better footage because it didn't get darkened out. But this is a different sun from the one I used to photograph. Record. The one I used to record was different. The reason I kept this one was because this is unique. I had never seen it where it was like this, except for in my dream. In the dream I saw there were 2 portals right off the edge of the earth, and I didn't know about flat earth back then, so it scared the fuck out of me. And I saw the star going in between the portals. What am I doing? And I saw the star going through the portals, and it was just going real fast, real fast. And what you're seeing right here is the light captured at the 2 portals. And the actual stars moving in between them real fast. I could only see it because I was dreaming, and my spirit eyes are really sharp. Way sharper than my real eye. Even though my real eyes are pretty damn sharp. But yeah. So that's the second sun. And then there goes sky and they're hiding it. That's why it's hard to get footage. I can't even look at this webcam no more. All they have is still photos now. They don't have actual video anymore. And then the other cameras they got rid of too. And then on Sky Camera you used to get some good shit on that. Like I literally saw all kinds of stuff on Sky Camera. And then they got rid of all those. There's only like 10% of the cameras they used to have on there. But yeah, let me show you a little bit why they're afraid of me. Because I'm the real deal. Just like him. Remember him? If you know his story, what was he? He was one of the bad guys, technically. He was a Nephilim. You know? But he's actually a good guy. You know, he's a good Nephilim. And he was destroying all the bad ones. Him and the other 4, which are spirits of God. And it's basically just an angel. It's not really a bad thing. But I don't know. Maybe I am kind of, maybe I'm kind of bad or whatever. But good guy at the same time. Who knows? But don't look at these are horns. Like, don't look at them as a bad thing. It's the Lamb of God. The Lamb of God is a male sheep. And just like Cyrus the Great, he had horns too. They pictured him with horns. Like, basically the lamb is a male sheep, and they actually fight. They're not brain dead, just following everybody else. They actually can lead the sheep. They're like a shepherd, but they're a sheep. And this is when I still have my hair. I was looking all rugged here. I apologize. And your frontal lobe is really everything. Every fucking thing. There's something else I want to show you. It's like I had it back then too. But right here, this is the bendy thing. The third eye. It's right here. The light reveals this stuff. The light reveals. I'm about to show you this, bro. Let me show you. I'm gonna blow your mind. I did this today because I didn't even know I had that. Because it's more pronounced now. Not that pronounced right there. I didn't even notice it until just now. It still doesn't look that clear to me right there. Let me show you. You see how I look right here? I look normal, right? Oh no, that's the video. I wanted to show you the picture here. You see how I look normal? Nothing on my forehead, right? The light reveals stuff, man. Look at this. You see? I changed the angle of the light. Now my skin always is radiant, but I've been through hell the past few days, but I still look good. But look at this. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? It's directly in the middle of my eyes. It's right where they put that shit at. And no, I did not have nobody punch me in the middle of my goddamn head, bro. I'm not that dumb. As you can tell, I got quite a few scars and brokenness. And I looked way better before my nose got all pushed in right here and crooked and shit. I still look good though, I think so. And this is why like I have eyes like cats. But you don't get to see my third eyelids in this one. They're like right here. You can kind of see it right here. You see that little edge right there? And you see it right here? It's always there. I don't even gotta try to show you it's there. You see that? Like in my other video when I ended up showing you those horns, I was actually just trying to show you those third eyes, and that's when I found out I had horns. And then and I was just looking at myself in the mirror the other day, and that's when I realized I had this shit in my forehead. And I cut my hair. It's just, I trimmed my beard. I did not park in the corners. I did not shape it up. I did not shape up my hair. I have a nice hairline. And yeah. Let me show you what I mean about like how the lighting affects it. You're not even gonna believe this shit. It's gonna blow your mind. Watch it. See it? Disappears. You see it? And watch it. Reappear. Disappear. You see that? Isn't that fucking amazing, bro? It's so fucking amazing. I'm probably gonna look at this later and see all kinds of shit in my eyes. You see how my eyes are all like reflective like that? It's like I'm crying, but I'm not. This shit is real, bro. This shit is absolutely fucking real, bro. This is not CGI. This is something I just goddamn recorded for y'all. I can do this any fucking day I want it because it's me. You come in person and see this shit. You see, it's not really there right there. You see? It happened recently. Once I started doing a serious outpouring of spirit. Sorry I look so rough there. But I wanted you to see this. You see this? This is that shapeshifter thing, but it's really not a shapeshifter thing. I don't think I'm a shapeshifter. Maybe I am. I mean, it's just an angelic property. The angels, they shapeshifted it because we're all made out of hydrogen. You can just, everything's just made out of hydrogen, so you can change. That's how they can levitate. That's how they can fly. They turn their body more into hydrogen. They change their density. They can do all kinds of stuff. Anything's possible. It's really true. And I'm more like just the power kind of guy. Like that's why I'm symbolized by the King in One Punch Man as well as the One Punch Man. Like they both like manifested each other. One symbolic of the power, basically like Jesus, and then one symbolic of the one like me. I'm really not that powerful. Like I mean, like compared to most people, I am. That are not using steroids or whatever the fuck. It's just hard to deal with it all. Like your body cannot handle all that power. Like that's why my forehead, like you see how much veins are popping out of my forehead, bro? Like that shit. That's why I get all this evolution in my forehead. That's my power. Like I have the ability. I figured out how to actually. I can't say too much, but I figured out how to infinitely grow my power. Just using my intention, I guess you could say. And that's why they're trying to vaccinate this part of the brain, the frontal lobe. They call it a religious fanaticism part. But it's really, they're just trying to shut us down, bro. They're trying to cut us off from God. That's the seat of your conscience. Your consciousness, your frontal lobe is basically how you control the rest of your brain. They couldn't even figure out the functions of it. Yeah, I had to figure this all out to do what I'm doing. I literally started with manifesting reality, and like gravity shifted on me, just like in the witch movies, where it felt like the whole planet got up, and it probably did. Considering all the Nibiru shit and all that weird shit that started happening, it probably did get up and start moving or some weird shit. But it felt like it got up and started moving sideways, and I was just like, felt like gravity was pulling me. And I couldn't believe it. I thought I was stuck like that because I thought I had fucked up with my manifestation powers, and I was gonna be stuck like that, and then it stopped on its own. That's when I knew God was real, because I know I didn't do it, and nobody else had done it. But God, it had to have been God. And I kept getting all these messages to return to my source. And since I was a little kid, the only source I knew was God. And I always liked Jesus Christ. I always liked the idea of him. And but I didn't really fully believe. I had been fooled by Santa Claus, so I didn't believe in that. But God kept giving me all this evidence, unbelievable evidence, and he started actually showing me the evidence through me in such an amazing way. Like, are you kidding me, bro? This shit? Like, bro. So yeah, like me, I was really just trying to show you my eye. That's why I was all pointing at my eye like that. The light reveals things, man. Reveals things that are hidden. That's what it does. When I made this video, I was really just trying to talk about this. It was just another 11/11 thing. And then people are getting affected by it. The energy goes everywhere. At first I was using this just to try and increase my power. Then I noticed it was affecting everything. I saw that it was affecting other people and making them stronger. And then I saw how the fitness industry just blew up everybody all of a sudden. People used to have limits. You don't remember this? But people used to have limits. They didn't used to just keep getting stronger and stronger. What I've done is I've gotten rid of the limits. I totally destroyed the limits. And I make it so that we grow faster and faster, and they're trying to constantly counter that. That's why they're doing the COVID and all this shit. It's just to counter that, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. And then people are talking about how they're affected by getting headaches and stuff. And, you know, I was talking about how, you know, I hit some Goku music talking about how don't hold back for the planet and shit. Back then, I used to be really afraid to do this because of the way it affect the planet. I literally stopped after the 2014s for a while. Like, I slowed down so bad. And I'm starting to kind of do it a little bit, but I could be going faster, but my body wouldn't be able to handle it. It's just like Goku on them. It's like your body really, you got to get adjusted to. You can only do a little bit at a time, and you have to be efficient. Like blue, that's the reason they went to blue, because blue was more efficient than red. And this, you know, you see where I'm going. Well, yeah, that's why I like this one, Lionheart. You know, I'm a lion person, man. I got a soft spot for these little fuckers, man. I wish I had one from when you're young, because like if you raise them from when they're young, you know, you'll be good. So as you can see, I'm the fucking real deal. This is like nothing compared to what I used to have on my page. Like, it's really nothing. This is what I do now. I used to literally like post like every maybe 5 events or something on my old page. That's why I have so many followers. There's so many videos I put out. But that got really redundant. So now I only do it when it's important. Like, I've been doing this serious outpouring really lately. And when these suns go into the sun, I mean these comets when they go in the sun, y'all don't get that. I trigger that, and the reason that happens, like comet us, it went into the sun. That shit had a beam that had sharp sickles in it. You need to look that shit up. The guy that imaged it, there's a beam with 2 sharp sickles in it, and he went into the sun. Do you know what that means? The sun is the opening in heaven. He ascended to heaven. That's what's going on. That's why they always go into the sun. They're not death driving, they're fucking going to heaven. That's why they call it the Stargate. Now you see why I'm so passionate about this. Like, the mystery of God is right in front of your face, sir. Showing it to you. The keys to the kingdom of heaven, really have to do with your nervous system. That's why the devil can never get in there, because he has no peace in him. You have to have that positivity in order to resonate with the upper half. You have to have that. Otherwise, it's going to be too dense and heavy. Your energy ain't going to be of that energy. It's got to be of that hydrogen, that lighthearted. You know what hydrogen is? That's life. Your alkalinity is based on how much hydrogen you have, how much electrons you have, energy. It's all energy. That's why they're trying to sap your fucking energy. And the Ring of Fire is the most active place, I swear to God. That's where the portals are. Because I've already proved that the sun goes through portals. I did it by making earthquakes on purpose. Yeah, it's kind of OP. Yeah, if you got that power, that's what you do, man. You know what I mean? Like, I literally just like, I'm gonna outpull that shit and then watch where the fucking earthquakes go. Because I know the sun's causing. And then someone literally go basically over our whole continent, go from the north part of our continent, it will appear in Alaska, cause earthquakes, and it will come down to America, cause earthquakes. It does kind of a curve, and then it goes down the south, and it goes all cause earthquakes down there, and then it goes down to the South Pole and goes to a portal, and then it will end up over by Africa, and then it will end up by Asia and go through the same process, going through the portal. So to God. And then the main lines where it will go from the top to the bottom are by the Pacific. And that's why you got all this minerals and stuff, all this life growing, all this land growing, which is the command that God made to divide the dry land from the water. And that's what the volcanoes do. It's not hard, brother. I've explained it so many times. And then the blood-red skies are due to the fires that are caused by the volcanoes. California is burning because it's on top of volcanoes, on top of the Ring of Fire. What do you expect? You're sitting on top of the Ring of Fire, you're not expecting earthquakes and volcanoes and stuff? Like this right here. And then the energy it not only does that, but it ignites things. This is why you got this, seemed like a nuclear explosion. And what it really was my energy ignited these things on an atomic level. You can literally see it looked like a second atomic bomb because it's hitting in these waves. And that's why they'll always shut your power off when it's windy. The wind's coming from the sun. It's called solar wind. And it will knock out your power, but they don't want you to know the truth. And that's why you get a lot of explosions in China. Because they're close to the rim, Pacific Rim. And then they're kind of cheap. So they don't keep this shit safe enough. I don't think they can stop it though, because my energy, it penetrates anything. And you see, he's got that luck, that miraculous luck. Like when God makes a command and shit just works out. That's how he created gravity. Like I said, he made the command for the grass, the dry land to be divided from the waters, and then that caused buoyancy as a side effect. That's why he always observes it to see if it's good. I do the same thing. That's how it works. You have to. After I do these things, I have to make sure I'm not fucking things up too bad, you know? And make sure the way it manifests works properly. That's why our brains work that way. Like, when you do one thing, it's going to want to fill in the gap. It's going to want to fill in the gap. It's just like their attempt to be like me. I don't want to say how they're trying to be like me, but I'll put it like this. The Matrix movie, the Terminator movies showed you who my real enemy is and who's been going through time and causing problems. Specifically being sent from this time. It's called digital synthetic biology. They can send these creatures through time as data, and then they manifest as these fucking, evil thoughts in people's heads and actual creatures, if it's possible. I don't know totally how their side of things work, but I'm about 90-something% sure, You see the cycles, and then, that same wind blows down these stars as untimely figs. You see how? I don't even gotta think about it, bro. It just comes to me. I don't gotta write shit down because it's real. I know how it works. I believe it. If I didn't believe it, I'd have to think. You know what I mean? Like this shit. I'm just so tired of doing this and getting no fucking respect, man. It's just like the Revelation said, man. God did all these things. It's even been the talent-sized hail. And I got no glory. Nobody gave me no glory, bro. I don't get no shares, nothing, bro. Nobody ain't know I'm fucking here, bro. That's the way it was written it would be, though. The second Ezra said I'd be here this whole time, ascending, raising my power, waxing stronger. That's what it said I'd be doing. And, nobody would be able to know I was here, basically. I'd be here the whole fucking time, though. The second Ezra told the truth. But alright, you guys pretty much get the cycle now. It's just like the Never-Ending Story. It's a living book. It's changing all the time. If you don't know the Never-Ending Story, you need to look at the book version of it, not the movie. The movie is kind of good if you're lazy, but they have audio books, so you need to listen to it. It's amazing. That's exactly how it works. When you go to that dream world, that's Fantasia. That's why people talk to God there and have visions and stuff. The devil is basically that nightmare realm that's trying to, like, the void, the chaos. That's why they always talk about that in their, because they're from it. That's how they know so much about it. Just like I know so much about God, I understand them because they're my polar opposite. You know what I mean? But them, they're blind. When you're higher up, you can see down. They can't really look up. They're like a dog or something. You know what I mean? Can't really look up. I know there's dog lovers. Don't come after me, man. Don't come after me. But you wouldn't even want to hear me talk about the evolution of the snakes that became what you think is that warm-blooded dog, but notice how it can't handle heat. Gotta pant. That's all I'm gonna say. That's why they're worshipped in Egypt, just like the gator was. Because these lizards can take more than one form. And they like being pets. That's why they're so annoying. That's why the Muslims don't like being around, no offense. Because they will interrupt your prayer. With that barking and shit, they will interrupt your prayer. As soon as you're getting in that zone, I'm trying to tell you, they'll bark or something. And then the birds, they chirp when you're about to get in that zone. Because we already know where the birds came from. Oh yeah, got that fucker. Got that motherfucker, Prince Hill. Bitch. Ain't making no triple digit motherfucker. That's why they hate me. Like you said, I mean, why do you think they're all debilitated looking now? If we really got into a fight with these freaks, we would rape them. They're like ashes under our feet. They're so debilitated now. Can't you tell I made them like nothing to you? But yeah. Volcano eruption blows down the stars on time of figs. People acting crazy. Like, we all know they've been doing these shootings too. And then they always target the black people. That's why there were so many shootings under Obama, because I was doing all the 2012 stuff. Because they're targeting my people. They want to weaken our synergy, because every time one of my people dies, there's less people that I strongly resonate with. But I'm mixed with every race, so, you know, I can resonate with everybody. But, you know, those are the chosen people. You know, that's why they're targeting them, man. It's so obvious, man. We all know they've been dehumanized at Black Wall Street. They burned that shit to the ground. That's real racism. That's real racism when you bomb someone's fucking city to the ground. And then when they killed Martin, they killed Malcolm. You know, they keep killing our best and brightest, man. And that's why I don't even go out in the public, because I know my own people have been betraying me, just like they did my boy Jesus, bro. That's why I say when the Father comes, you know, in that faraway country, and he sees what they did to his son, what those vineyard keepers did to his son, those servants, what do you think he's gonna do? That's why your world is getting fucked up right now. You think I would hold back a lot more if actually, you know, the majority of people weren't NPCs. I'll put it that damn way. But anyways, God bless y'all, and yeah, you need to share this shit. That's all I'm gonna say about it.